We are live. Welcome everyone to the Supplement Engineer channel. I'm Robert Chinesky. With me, as always, is my lovely wife, Sandy. And thank you for joining us on these live sessions that we've been doing every Wednesday. This is probably going to be the new time going forward since you start back to school full-time next week.
Yeah, well, next week is when teachers go back. We actually go back a solid 3 weeks before the kiddies do. But still, yeah, four sounds good.
Okay, good. So we'll be doing these in the afternoon, so feel free to let us know where you're from. Post up any comments, questions, smart-ass remarks you may have for our banter. And if you like these, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the little notification bell that's on this side, wherever the hell YouTube puts it right there, so that you're always notified of when these lives happen. But it's going to be every Wednesday in the afternoon. Might be 4 or 4:30, depending, and then we'll end these as soon as you run out of questions, comments, or the daycare starts closing. We have to go run and pick up our little halfling because we don't want to leave her there overnight. Or we do, or sometimes.
She's been pretty good lately.
Yeah. So to get things rolling, until we start getting some questions rolling in here, the wonderful guys, the goons at Glaxon, sent us a lovely little care package over here. Now they're based out of Houston, which is about 2.5 hours away from us here in Austin. And so they've just released a brand new flavor of their Super Greens, which has got a bunch of different things in it. So this is their new Burst Berry Iced Tea flavor. We had originally tried their lemon iced tea when they launched. This was the first flavor that they launched several months back.
Did I try that?
You've tried it before.
Did I like it?
Yeah, for a greens powder, it actually tastes pretty good. They also sent us Arc Immune, which is their immune boosting supplement. Thermal, their non-stem, fat burning ingredient. Okay. And then this really badass t-shirt.
Yes, except they thought Robert was a large.
Glaxon.
They think he's buff.
This is the best part, the definition. Go ahead and read the definition, Sandy.
There's a bunch of definitions. So for goon, it's a noun informal, a person who just does not give a damn, a silly, foolish, or eccentric person, a bully or thug, especially one hired to terrorize or do away with opposition, an individual or group empowered by the use of Glaxon supplements. Oh.
So yeah, thank you to Michael, Joey, and the rest of the Goon Squad down there at Glaxon for sending all of this stuff to us. So much appreciated, guys. And to get things rolling, we're going to do a little bit of a kind of like an impromptu review, which I'll eventually end up extracting from this.
So I should put my alcohol away.
For the moment, yes, so you don't completely annihilate your taste buds. So we've got 2 flavors here of the Super Greens. And right when I showed Sandy the label, she said,
Space Jam! Look at this thing. Where's Michael Jordan?
My childhood.
Where's Bugs Bunny? Right?
So within this, and this is something, oh no, you're good.
Space
within
Jam.
this. All right, so 1 scoop is what we're going to do here. So we've got 5 grams of acacia fiber, so it's a fiber, obviously.
Acacia fiber.
Yes, acacia root fiber. We've got 2 grams of their greens balance, which is going to have alfalfa grass, wheatgrass powder, barley grass, lemon juice powder, kale powder, spirulina, oatgrass powder, and chlorella. We've also got
like a bad guy.
Yeah. We've got 1 gram of watermelon powder.
Hey, that's going to make it taste good.
We've got 1 gram of their Super Shroom. So a lot of you may be familiar with Pico 2, which is the patented mushroom blend that Compound Solutions puts out. Super Shroom is kind of Glaxon's riff on like a mushroom blend, because mushrooms have a bunch of immune boosting properties and there are a bunch of other health properties, performance benefits, cognitive benefits. So within their Super Shroom complex, they've got maitake, cordyceps, reishi, king trumpet, shiitake, lion's mane, and turkey tail.
There's a king trumpet?
There is a king trumpet.
That should be my favorite because I play the trumpet.
There's also 500 milligrams of beta berry. We've got 500 milligrams of tart cherry as cherry pure.
Ooh.
We've got 400 milligrams of pomegranate fruit powder.
Okay.
We've got 200 milligrams of sunflower lecithin, which is standardized to 20% phosphatidylcholine, which will help cognitive function.
Okay.
200 milligrams of ashwagandha, standardized to 2.5 with analytes. And we have 100 milligrams of black pepper extract.
Ooh, I like black pepper extract.
So
wait, is that going to taste good?
We're going to find out. We will find out. So we have the lemon iced tea flavor. We've got burst berry iced tea. We've got 2 shakers right here with ice cold water. It says 1 scoop, 16 ounces of water. So that's what we're going to do. No weighing out here.
Dang, Chinesky. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Scott because it's 10 p.m. where he is. Where is Scott?
He is in Ireland, I believe.
Ooh,
or Scotland.
Ireland.
Scotland.
Those are 2 very different countries. Those are 2 different.
Well, I think Scott is in Scotland because he's the one that sent us all the scotches to try.
Okay, well, Scott, you should tell us if you're from Scotland or Ireland because I know that they're different.
And I feel like a dick for not actually knowing that, Scott, so I apologize.
But that's awesome. Thanks for joining in. We'll put you to sleep.
That's not a good thing.
We'll give you sweet dreams.
All right. And then, all right, lemon iced tea and the burst berry iced tea. Now, we've tried several other greens. We've tried several other green supplements here on the podcast before. We've done the steel greens from Steel Fit, and we've done the Gaspari greens as well.
Did I like them?
The Gaspari one was the one that you just kind of, dry scooped and said it was better at that than mixed up.
Oh, the one that was dry was better. Why? What did it taste like? There was something it reminded me of. It tasted so good. Dry and then watered down. It wasn't good. That's fascinating. They should just make it a bar. I remember that.
Yeah. And then we tried the
so
other.
We should try these dry too. What if they're nasty in the water and they get a bad rap, but then we learn it's better dry?
All right. We'll do lemon iced tea first.
Lemon iced tea. This is an old one.
This is the original flavor, yes.
Original OG. Do they still sell it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a nice, delightful green color. All right, here you go.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
It smells. Ooh, I like
For
that
greens
a lot.
powder, I mean, there's a ton going on here. You've got the mushrooms, you've got beta berries, you've got the greens, watermelon,
The
tart
back
cherry.
end is green.
Yeah, the back end you
But
definitely
the
get
front
that.
end
that
is super fruity. It's a lemonade. It's a tea.
lemon iced tea.
Oh my god, it's so good. It tastes like a fruity tea. Ooh, I like.
Really good. All right, so we got the burst berry iced tea. Now, do you remember how the other greens powders tasted? Can you rank it at all in accordance with those?
This one barely tastes like greens at the end.
Okay.
Enough to where I feel like, ooh, I'm being healthy.
The color is more or less the same.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the new, it's berry.
Burst berry iced tea.
So they're both iced teas.
Yes. And the flavoring, the artificial flavors we have in here, or the sweetener, sorry, are sucralose. There's no stevia or Ace K in here. Uh-oh.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's in my throat. Let me try again. You mix the right amount of water?
Yeah, 6 ounces.
There's something off. It's in my throat.
It's the finish on it.
It's in my throat. It tastes peachy, which it shouldn't because it's berry. No.
I don't get the peach flavor. I get the berry on the front end, but it's when it finishes is when you get a little bit of a kind of
I'd
a weird
like
taste.
more of the old one, please.
Here you go. You can just have that shaker right there.
But I like it in my wine glass. I'm a lady.
I actually like this compared to some of the other stuff.
Why did they make a new one when the old one's so good?
Well, they're expanding their flavor line. They still make that one, but some people will like
This
the
one's
fruitier flavor.
good. This one's delicious. It tastes like a beverage, like a fruity beverage that you could serve at a restaurant.
The more I'm drinking this, the more I'm liking it. It's
Okay.
growing on me.
Try it again. Let's do it again.
Okay.
I gotta do my due diligence. I don't. The more I taste it, the less I like it.
I like it.
What is that? What is that?
I think what you're getting there is you're getting the berry on the front end and you're getting the lemon iced tea on the back end. I think that's where you're getting some dissonance on your palate.
I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I'm sorry. I think you should stick with the original Space Jam. It's delicious. The original Space Jam was good. Space Jam, do your thing. Do your thing. That's really good,
You
right?
taste the lemon iced tea with that, and they just added some berry to it. And so I think that's where you're getting messed up. You don't like the berry.
Oh, I'm
iced tea.
sorry. Is it because I don't like the taste of Robitussin like some people? Because that stuff's nasty.
Robitussin's good.
It's gross.
As is Dimetap. There are a lot of
Dimetap
other
is
medicines.
good. Robitussin is nasty. These are two completely different. There's no Venn diagram of even like sharing. They're like opposite ends.
Anyway, thank you to the rest of Michael and the rest of the Glaxon
really like the
squad for
original.
sending all of this over to us. We
A
very
lot.
much appreciate it. So
I almost want to mix it with my vodka. So I didn't realize I was a vodka girl until Zubroka. That vodka's so good. But I had some extra cranberry juice because I drank all the apple vodka, all gone. And then I have lemon vodka, and I mixed lemon vodka with cranberry juice, and it's delicious. Probably not anything new, but new for me because I'm new to vodka.
Yeah.
It's a summer drink.
you didn't have much vodka when we were in
I
college.
feel like I could mix this with vodka.
Throw some of that in there and just see what happens.
I'm going to do the other way. I'm going to put some of my vodka in my greens and see if I like it.
What is going on, Devin? Thank you for joining us. For everybody
Yes,
else watching.
I do. This is amazing. What? Taste it. So you put a little lemon vodka and cranberry juice with your greens.
That's tart.
It's
That's
delicious.
That's tart. Okay, so Glaxon lemon iced tea greens goes really well with lemon vodka.
And cranberry juice. I don't know
And
how
cranberry
much of
juice.
which one it is, but it's delicious. Everybody, get your Glaxon.
Glaxon.
Get your Glaxon with your lemon vodka and the cranberry juice.
Why are you turning to like
I don't know. I
old
turned from
Jewish grandma?
Jersey. I turned from
You turn like
Jersey.
the old Jewish grandma.
I was thinking of The Departed when he's like, "What are you menstruating?" And they got that like Boston
But
accent.
that's in Boston. How'd you go from Boston to Jersey?
I don't know. I'm not very good at accents. One time I was auditioning for a play where I had to be a British girl, and I swear I came off Jamaican. I don't know where I was going with that. It was bad.
Weird.
I'm not good at accents.
Guess not. Scott, thank you for being a trooper and hanging with us. I know it's late over there in Scotland,
Mix.
so thank you.
Oh, I'm mixing these. This is the good one. The good.
Yes, there are large and very certain parts, some of which are not on camera right now, Devin.
You want to like reply to it?
No.
Mix it.
Yeah. We'll just leave all of that for right now.
We move into Georgia.
Georgia and or Montana.
Montana. How about Montana? That sounds delicious in the
Well, it won't be 100 degrees every day in the summer in Montana either.
Just
which would be nice.
In the peace.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But you had an interesting topic before we fired up the recording. You said
what it was my topic.
If you have to justify your use of a supplement
or of anything. This is carte blanche. I think that's the right word. It's everything. No, keep talking. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I'm used to it. That's fine.
My students are like, you said you married a quiet husband? I'm like, ladies, why would I marry someone who talks? I like to talk. Think about it. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
So you said if you have to provide justification for why you're doing something in life, regardless of the outlet, venue, or whatever you're doing,
regardless,
it should cause some introspection and cause you to pause and re-examine.
If you have to defend whatever it is you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it. How about that? How about this? Let's think about this for a second. Does anybody ever ask you, hey, how come you're feeding your child? No, because like, what do you mean? Why am I feeding my child? Because that's what you do. But it's like, why? It's like, oh, I'm marrying him because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, just stop right there. Because the fact that you're just justifying your actions means you have to convince yourself. And if you have to convince yourself, it's probably not a good idea. So for the people that are on weird diets or something, and they're like, oh, well, I'm doing this because, and then they go on to list and delineate all their things. Maybe you should backtrack and be like, maybe I should just do it because it's the right thing to do. Why are you eating lettuce? No one asks someone why they're eating. Why are you eating?
But what if they ask
chicken?
Why are you taking protein powder?
Because I need protein. That I don't need to justify and give enumerate logical conclusions like, oh well, because it's because I need protein, so I'm gonna get protein. It's a great idea. I don't eat enough protein. To be fair, I should eat enough protein, but I don't.
Right, but at the same time, when we're formulating, say, a pre-workout,
I feel good about this right now until he argues with me. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's say, a company asked me to help them formulate a pre-workout, and we do that, okay?
Do you believe in it wholeheartedly, or are you just doing what they want? There's two different things right there. Is it like a Robert Shinetsky pre-workout, or is it a company wants la, 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 and you figure out the doses? Because those are two different things. You might be putting stuff in there that you don't really believe in.
Well, if I get free reign over a formula, I'm not going to put something in there I don't believe in, or I don't think has a valid research behind it.
Okay, so ask your question again, but with this caveat, because I need to understand if it's you making it or if it's some random person.
Right, but if I put it in there, I have a reason for why I'm putting everything in there. So that's a justification.
I feel like, how do I say this? Like, give me something. Give me something that you think is nonsense and why people do it. Versus give me something that's like lion's mane. Be like, it helps my brain. Like that's not
a justification.
It's a justification, but it's not like an enumerated. Well, because of this and because of this and because of this.
It's not a far-fetched reason. I think that's what your issue is. You're going for something far-fetched. Like I think you're knocking on the biohackers out there that are like waking up and irradiating their balls with like red light therapy to increase their testosterone.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Drinking.
I don't think things should be that. I don't think doing the right thing should be that complicated. I think doing the right thing is just doing the right thing, regardless of what avenue it is that you're doing. Right? So it's like, I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do, and I don't have to defend myself. Whereas if you're constantly defending your actions, there's probably a reason you're constantly defending your actions.
Okay, well then I
think a certain workout that you do that's weird, and people are like, that's crazy. It probably is, right?
Yeah, but
nobody asks somebody why they do push-ups. We all know why you do push-ups.
Why do you do push-ups?
Because it's a good workout. It works your entire body, but also your chest. I think it's a great workout. It keeps your whole thing tight. I don't need to like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's reasons. I know. But I know there's reasons for things. What I'm saying is if I have to defend it to someone, if they're like, that's weird. Nobody thinks push-ups are like why is she doing push-ups to get in shape?
But do you think the first people to start lifting weights got a kind of a skeptical look, saying, "Well, why are you lifting those kind of weights?"
No, because that's gonna make you strong. I get it.
But the original people didn't know that though.
Okay, give me something bad, and I will tell you how someone could justify it, and you know they're full of doo-doo.
Making people wear face masks.
Oh, sorry. That's when my students would be like, burn. Actually, it's not burn anymore. Oh God, somebody said something today. It's like the new burn. You know how burn was like so 5 years ago? Yeah, and so now there's like a new thing to say. And I did it to a student, I don't remember, and they were all like, she just tased you? I don't remember what it was, but it was like something, and I was like, yeah, I did. Whatever. I didn't pay attention. I was like, yeah. So anyways.
I don't even know where to go.
I still think I'm right, because I don't think I mean, I feel like, okay, some of what so maybe I'm justifying my justifications and now I'm full of crap.
Right.
I just undid myself. That's why I don't have Twitter.
This is what, yes. For anybody out there that has a question for Sandy and you want her to provide justification for it, feel free to fire away.
I'm going to drink my alcoholic greens because it tastes good. End.
Why did you mix alcohol and greens?
Because it tastes good.
Do you think
I don't have a enumeration of logical reasons as to why. I don't think it's necessarily good for me. I just like it.
Do you think the greens and the phytonutrients present within the greens are providing some kind of hepatoprotection properties?
This tastes damn good. This is really good.
What I'm curious about, okay, so we know that alcohol has detrimental effects to the cells. Okay, it's toxic.
It just is
cells,
bad.
And yeah, there's not really anything good about alcohol.
So I'm just ingesting bad stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering is, can you completely neutralize the negative effects of alcohol in the human body with enough
the positive
supplements and like greens powders? And
That's
stuff?
really funny. Could you mix alcohol and greens to get the fun effects of alcohol, but not the negative effects of alcohol?
Yeah, or taking certain nootropics to protect some of the like for their neuroprotective properties and stuff like that.
Where's the GMO of alcohol? Where's that? Where's that at?
The GMO of alcohol.
Yeah, like why aren't they genetically modifying alcohol to give us great benefits and make us feel good while we're doing it? That's a great idea, guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But add nootropics to it.
Yeah.
Certain things have been shown
That's a market.
Protect the liver or cognitive function when you've got ethanol-induced toxicity. So L-theanine, taurine.
All that stuff. Am I getting that in my greens?
No. But there's other antioxidants in there that could be combating some of the cellular stress that's going on.
Let's go mix.
I remember that. You remember that from college with the Florida guy that jumped up on stage? Fuck you, Florida.
Okay, no, but really? Somebody should genetically modify alcoholic beverages. And okay, because they already did like water. Like they have sparkling water, alcohol. I don't know why.
You're talking about the hard seltzers and all that bullshit?
Yeah, the one that your sister drinks.
White Castle, or it's not White Castle, White Unicorn.
White Castle's the burger, dude.
White Unicorn, whatever it's called. White Claw, that's it.
White Unicorn. She may drink some White Unicorn. She crazy.
It tastes like shit either way. I don't know. I don't care what you call it.
Okay, so anywho, what I'm saying
Your sister likes it too.
Yeah, that's just chick drinks.
Oh no, she likes it. It's not the
Does
White Claw
Kyle
version. It was
like
the Seltzy or whatever it was called. Or
I don't know.
Bubbly
Zumba.
No, Zumba's that stupid dance workout.
I don't know what we're talking about. We drink bourbon and vodka. Okay, we drink bourbon. What I'm saying is, if we could do some mixing of some alcohol to make it healthy for you, White Claw, thank you. If we could mix it like I'm doing, you're welcome, world. You know how many times I've invented something and then it goes on to be actually invented? So many times. List number 1. When I was younger, I invented the seatbelt in the back seat middle across the shoulder because for years it did not exist. Thank you. You're nodding your head because you know I am the youngest of 3 girls. I always got bitch seat. I always had to sit in the middle while my big sister, and I was sitting in the middle one day.
You can't use that term anymore. It's offensive. You're
so
bitch
all
shaming.
the female dogs.
You're bitch shaming.
It was poo-poo seat. And so you sit in the middle and the back and all you have is something across your waist, right? Okay, so I was in that seat with my friend and her mom one time, and the little girl in the front put the seatbelt under her arm. And the mom said, honey, don't put the seatbelt under your arm. It's bad for you. You need to have it across your shoulder. Otherwise, it won't protect you. And I said, no. What about me? I don't have a seatbelt across my shoulder. She's like, oh, I think it's okay for you because you don't have anything in front of you. I was like, I feel like that's worse. I need a seatbelt. They need to put one. And then what should happen? But they create it. You're welcome, world. I created that. I also invented dehydrated fruit in cereal because I saw the Rice Krispies had strawberries in the picture. Do you know that? They got strawberries in the picture. And then when you open it, I was like, where's the strawberries? Where's the freaking strawberries? Why is there no strawberries? Because there's not any strawberries. I was like, they should dehydrate them so that when I pour the milk in, it makes it fluffy. Kellogg's comes out with it.
Yeah, and a Special K or something with
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, I remember my mom eating that.
Man, I make so many. I have great ideas. Wait, guys. You wait for the good alcohol. It's coming your way. Someone's tapped into me. And when we all start buying the good alcohol, you have me to thank.
Well, since we're on that topic, what are some of your least favorite alcohols and some of your favorite ones? So obviously, we know you like vodka.
What about you? No, I'm going to ask you your question first. You tell me.
I'm the host here. I
have time to think.
Oh, so you're bailing on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Favorite? Are we going just straight liquor, or are we going
like mixed drink? I don't know, because gin's my least favorite.
I have never been a big mixed drinks, but like even back to college, I was a Jack and Coke guy.
Yeah.
So I was I had that blue drink one time that I got really messed up with, and I vomited. It was bad. It was all right. So let's see. If we're assuming we've got this as the stand, it was one of those mug things that was going on.
See, I wasn't at this party.
No.
I just got the phone call later. We'll talk about that later. I wasn't a very good girl.
We're really going with this story?
Yeah, go for the story. Go. So he's in college.
So I guess it's my third or fourth year.
Junior year?
Yeah,
we broke up a lot of times. I think it was junior year.
Yeah. So we're going to assume it's like one of those little steins that you're drinking out of, and it's about, yay big. Fill it all the way up with ice. And we called this blue drink. It was Melissa's Magic Blue Drink.
I I don't know. I wasn't at the party.
Melissa Boone made it, so.
She didn't like me.
No, she didn't.
I think she was jealous of me.
Oh, yeah, probably. So it was this much vodka, this much blue Hawaiian punch, and then like a dash of sour apple pucker and blue curacao. And I drank like 2 or 3 of those.
Oh my god!
This was over the course of like an hour.
Okay.
For 2 hours.
So he comes home apparently.
I did not drive
at like 2 a.m. or something. I don't know.
One of my frat brothers drove me home.
We have roommates. Obviously, we're in college. So I get a phone call and I'm asleep, y'all, because I go to bed at 10 o'clock p.m. every night, all through college. I was like, oh, time to go to bed. Peace. So I'm asleep and I get a phone call from his roommate. And I was like, hello? And he's like, Sandy, Robert he drank a lot and he's throwing up. I think you need to come over here and help him. He's pretty bad. And I was like, if he drank too much and he's throwing up, that's his problem. That's his fault for drinking too much. Because I was a very responsible drinker. I was like, what a moron. Boom. And I hung up the phone. So I didn't realize it was actually really bad. So apparently Robert's like,
I couldn't get my key in the door.
Really bad. So you woke up, like he must have taken care of you kind of, because I thought you woke up in the bedroom and he's like, dude, go look at the bathroom. And there was like
plastered
vomit everywhere.
It was the entire bathroom was plastered.
Like ew, like I
felt miserable. I did not go to class the next day.
So yeah, that was a school night. Of course I said, that's why I didn't help him.
It's a Thursday night.
Like, I got class tomorrow. That's his problem.
Because I only had 1 class on Fridays that year.
No, I can't believe you did that on school
night. It was a Thursday night, and my class was at like 3.
Class is class. I only partied Saturday and Sunday nights.
When you're as smart as I am, you can kind of whiff on engineering classes.
You went there.
You can just kind of, when you're as smart as I am.
I graduated summa cum laude, so.
I graduated
salutatorian. You in high school, okay? I'm talking college. I'm getting my PhD. Screw you.
Alright. So yeah, after that blue drink, I never drank blue drink again. Your first work party.
So okay, wait. We had this rule where we both had different works, right? And the rule was whichever party it is, you get to drink at. But at this particular party, I opted not to drink and I let you drink. This was before Lyft and Uber, where one of us had to be the designated driver.
Well,
People forget.
This is when we were engaged, so this was 2008. This was your first year teaching in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get drunk in front of this faculty. I didn't know them.
No. You're teaching in Baton Rouge, and I was still living in New Orleans working at Pelican. And
so he drank.
They were making gin and tonic. So they had the staff had got contracted one of those like party bartenders that came in. he was making Bombay Sapphire gin and tonics, and so they're making them in red Solo cups, and it's obviously
which are pretty big.
a lot of gin and a little bit of tonic, and 4 or 5 of those in 2 hours. We were at the party.
Yeah.
I had a great time at the party. The ride
Yeah.
back was I don't think I threw up that night, but
I
I can't do gin anymore after that. I won't drink gin.
So on this subject, I can't help it, y'all. We grew up in New Orleans, so
There's lots of good parties.
we got some drinking.
Blue drinking,
But-
yes.
The first time I got drunk, okay, so the first time that I got drunk, I was in college, and I was a sophomore in college. So I waited my entire freshman year. I didn't drink. So like I didn't drink in high school. I didn't drink freshman year. I was like,
No,
I'm
we were
high
good.
on life. That was my expression.
We were very, very nerdy, goody two shoes.
High on life.
Whatever you
I was
want.
high on life. Au natural. Yes, I said, okay, sorry. So anyways, we go to Bourbon Street with a huge group of friends because we were very responsible. And I get hand grenades. So if you've ever been on Bourbon Street, first of all, you can walk around with the alcohol. Like it's totally legal, which I was shocked when I went to other states. And I was like, I'm just going to leave with my alcohol. They're like, ma'am, you can't leave with alcohol. I'm like, this is weird. Why can't I walk out with alcohol? I can in New Orleans. So anyways, it's a drink that looks like a grenade at the bottom, and then it's really, really, really tall, and then it's like green. It's made with Everclear, and I don't know what else, but it's delicious.
Just got a special drink mix that they dump in
It's so
sugar and a
good.
bunch of other stuff.
So anyways, first time I go, I had just invented the sandy slide. Remember that?
I do.
It's a line dance where you get down, then you slide, and then you like squat at the end, and then you repeats. So I just taught all my girls, and so we're on Bourbon Street doing the sandy slide, and I'm drinking hand grenades. And so then we go to a gay bar. What was it called? I don't remember because I was drunk. I don't remember. But I remember being like, oh my God, let's dance. And I get up on stage and I'm doing the sandy slide. But I was wearing, this is the weird part, I was wearing brand new khaki pants from the Limited. Like, why would I wear khaki pants to Bourbon Street? It's a jeans kind of place. But I don't know. I would never, And when I squatted, boom, my pants split right where the booty is. Like, my whole butt. And I was wearing a thong. So, like, it was just butt cheeks. And I was like, oh, thank God I'm in a gay bar, so I don't have to worry about, but it was just butt cheeks. And so I took off my leather jacket. It was December. So I took off my leather jacket and I tied it around my waist. But the thing didn't matter because I was so drunk. I kept showing people. It was like, what's the point of the leather jacket? I kept going, look, it's my butt. And I was like, am I drunk? Is this what it feels like to be drunk? It was my first time. And then 8 of us slept in the hotel. You know how you do that in Bourbon Street? And you're not allowed to. Am I allowed to talk about how legally you're not allowed to do that? But you get one person to check in, and then everybody else sneaks up the stairs and goes in the hotel room.
We're not going to New Orleans anytime soon. I think it's fine.
You get 8 of 8. I always, yeah. But it was I just kept showing people my butt cheeks. Look what happened.
So glad they didn't have cameras on phones back then with videos.
This was 2005, 4. Thank God.
Yes,
it was before the whole.
Pictures
iPhone
were just starting to become
yeah.
normal on phones and stuff. So
yeah, I'm so grateful. These poor kids nowadays, they don't get to tell the stories. The stories are shown to everyone.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not.
Right.
It's a sad day.
Well, the solution to that is just don't buy your kid a phone. I mean that's pretty easy. Don't buy them a phone.
Wait. Can I please make fun of the parents?
Yeah.
Okay, so
just don't use any names.
I'm not gonna use any names. Okay. Because I don't even know the names. So there's this 6th grade. And at our school, it's small, but there's 3 6th grade classes. And 2, it just so happened this last year that 2 of the classes, almost everybody has a cell phone in 6th grade. Okay, like an iPhone. And then for whatever reason, one class just happens to have all the parents that don't allow their children to have phones. Okay? So you got one class with no phones and then the 2 classes. It's like a social experiment. So apparently the class with no phones is fine. Peachy keen, no issues. And there's so much drama that the teachers and the parent and everyone has to deal with for the other 2 classes with the phone. And they noticed this. They were like, dang, this is so crazy. So then one of the teachers was trying to empathize for the parents, and they said, it's just so sad that these poor kids in 6th grade have to deal with the drama at school. And then when they come home, they can't get away from it. They're still dealing with the drama because it's on their phone. I was like, Yeah, it's such a shame that there's literally nothing they can do to get rid of. Don't look at the phone. Don't use the phone. You're acting like that's not an option for these sixth graders. Like all the parents are adding to the drama that these poor little sixth graders. There's nothing we can do. It's like, really? There's nothing you can do? What?
There's a term for that.
What?
Not having your shit together.
Yeah.
As a parent, you got to have your shit together. It's just common sense. Or it's like when you get people that say, I can't get my kid to do homework. You're the parent.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a parent-teacher conference and the kid works in my class, but then like in other classes, he won't work or he won't do his homework. And he's like, I don't know what to do to get him to do his homework. I'm like, lady, he works in my class. Maybe just make him.
There's a disconnect there between the respect that the child has for the parent with the lack of.
We don't want to get on a parenting tirade because.
Well, I will. Without naming names, I'm going to. I've talked to people before. They just say, "Well, we're trying to go here, and I just can't get them to get up and get dressed. I can't. You can't. And I'm thinking,
you can't get your 5-year-old to do something.
Who is the parent in this situation? My 3-year-old starts giving me attitude, which she usually does. But if on the rare occasion,
she's a 3-year-old. Sometimes
she does.
We call her out on it.
Pick her ass up, and I go get her dressed. You don't wait for them to do that. You give them the warning, and you pick their ass up, and you assert your authority as the parent, and you put them in their place.
It's not like we hit her or anything. We just do. We do. I'm sorry. It's like the people that are like, marriage is so hard. I'm like, well, bitch, you chose wrong. It ain't hard. What's hard? What's hard about being happy in love?
100%.
Wait, what does it say? A lot of parents give me the impression that the kids make the rules. Oh, how about what music they listen to? You know how many times I've heard, we have a 3-year-old. You know how many times I've heard parents of 3-year-olds be like, oh, I'm so tired of listening to, I don't even know why. And I was like, I don't know. We listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
In Chicago.
We listen to the Doobie Brothers because we feel like listening to 70s music. She listens to what we listen to. What are you doing wrong?
Yeah. Bring them up right. You have the opportunity to program a human being.
I grew up watching Star Trek. You think I wanted to grow up watching Star Trek? My daddy watched Star Trek.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways. Yeah, and it's funny because I feel so bad because one of the moms I was talking to was like, I don't judge other parents. I was like, I do. I do though. Should I not? Because I do. Well,
that reminds me of those personality tests that you have to take when we did like the leadership camps and
that's a funny story.
Those things are all, I mean, they're very, very like bottom, like low hanging fruit, and most of them aren't really all that accurate. Like if you've run to an actual psychologist, they would pretty much tear those things apart.
I'm gonna time out.
However, when we were doing this, because it was trying to get our leadership profiles or whatever, because we were officers.
Are you talking about the one that had 26 different types and it measured you on 4 things and it had a little graph? Yeah, you go ahead and talk because I'm going to talk about that too. Because I took it too.
You and I were complete opposites.
In the exact degree. There were 26 different leadership types. And I still remember the name of mine. There were I think it's called DISC. Look it up online. There's 26 different types, I guarantee. And there's like, they graph you on 4 things. Okay, so Robert, I don't remember the name of Robert. His was like manager, where he like tells people what to do. Okay. His exact highest was my exact lowest quality by the exact same degree. Our graphs were inverses of each. Like literally, my lowest was his highest. My second lowest was his second highest. My highest was his like it was the exact same opposite. And I remember mine was called the Persuader because I was like, Persuader, I feel like a car salesman. But when you read the description, it said my leadership style is such that I get so excited about something that my excitement causes others around, it persuades others around me to get involved too.
Yeah.
But yours was like, tell everyone what to do. You're the man. You know better than everyone else. Just tell them. And it was like completely opposite than me because I don't really tell anyone what to do.
There was another one we did though where it was like introvert, extrovert, and you obviously were the extrovert and I was the introvert. And then the other one was like empathizer or judgmental. And I was 100% judgmental. There was no empathy or sympathy on my part.
Robert's a dick. You know what's funny? How many times I will watch something and I'm watching a movie about a bad guy or a serial killer and I'm like, he kind of reminds me of Robert. Is that weird?
That's horrible.
Dexter reminds me of Robert and I remind myself of the sister, which is kind of weird. To be fair though, they're not related.
No, they were.
If you ever watch Dexter, I think I'm the kind of the sister, and he's Dexter.
But I'm performing a good service for humanity. Just look at it that way.
We're both educators.
We are.
You educate the masses.
I do.
Okay.
On all of the finer things. I guess going back to our original point of
what was our original point? We have been talking.
Least favorite liquors and things. I don't know.
Was that the original point?
That's where we were.
Was that where this started?
Yeah, we're going with supplements we like. And we started
Gin.
talking about. We were talking about liquors, and then it descended into college stories, and then somehow we got to parents
College.
with the phones.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
It is. It's
Robert loves those movies. His favorite movie is Halloween.
and The Exorcist.
What the freak?
My dad, I've said this.
Okay, you can
time.
blame your dad. all you
No.
want. That's
my dad on
weird.
anything.
It's like, oh, I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I like the old one because it's more gory or whatever it is you like it for.
It is.
I'm sorry. Did you see it? Did you see
What?
it? He got kind of wounded. I'm sorry. It's a great movie.
It's not my favorite horror movie. I like Halloween, the original Halloween, not the Rob Zombie bullshit that came out.
Yeah, there's such a difference. I want to be like,
So my dad grew us up, raised us on the old Paramount or Universal monster movies. So Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula,
Okay.
The Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I watched
all of
that movie with you. What's that scary one with Vincent Price with the women? That thing was
Dr.
scary.
Fives.
Dr. Fives was scary.
Yeah, Vincent Price.
I
those
don't
are
like
awesome.
scary movies. Why do I want to spend my free time being scared?
So, well, I didn't see Dr. Fives until I was a little bit older, but the original monster movies, they're not really that gory or, gaudy or there's not like a bunch of
They're
boobs
scary,
and
though.
nudity and everything.
But
Yeah,
they're scary.
they're creepy. Yeah.
Why would I like it? Why would I
So
want
watch
to spend my
that,
free time
and
being
then it
creeped out?
progressed to like the slasher films from the 70s and 80s and, and so on
Oh
and so
wait,
forth.
isn't there
So
like one like Prom?
Prom Night, what's her face?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you go.
Prom Night.
Okay.
The theme song to that is hilarious. I mean, that is the epitome of
Prom night,
Yeah, exactly.
everything is all right. I can't believe I remember the theme song. You're right. That's a great theme song.
Classic
Prom
80s.
night, everything is all right. There you go, Robert.
There we go. I will say, the one time my dad scared the shit out of us, I must have been like 7 or 8. He had those big speakers and the big like subwoofer and everything. He
Oh,
cranked
yeah.
it all the way up, and this is when we were in our first house. So I mean, it's
a
my
one
parents'
story.
starter house. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tiny. And as what?
It had a pool. What starter house has a pool?
The backyard was big, but the actual house size wasn't that big compared to the house we moved into.
It's okay, Robert.
Okay.
You're very wealthy. I understand.
No.
Yeah.
So anyway, all of a sudden we start hearing. He had Iron Man from Black Sabbath on full blast, and my brother and I are like, we're playing a board game or a video like Super Mario Brothers or something on the regular Nintendo. So we boom, and we hear the we go running out to the den, freaking the fuck out. And my dad said, "Isn't this good?"
Okay, I'm sorry. If you've ever met Robert's dad, I'm just having a hard time putting all this together. Robert's dad, oh God, if I could come up with is there a good analogy? Let me describe someone to
Be
you.
careful.
He's a good guy. Let me describe someone to you. Let me describe you someone. Relatively short. Serious. All the time. Never smiles. Speaks quietly. Slightly better than you. He's better than you. He
He's a
doesn't talk
Shinetsky.
much.
He's a Shinetsky. That's kind of that's ingrained in our DNA.
When he's
We're
at a
not-
restaurant and he sees the dessert menu, he'll look at the waiter and go, "You don't have vanilla ice cream?" as if it's like a dessert that everybody should have some vanilla ice cream. Like, no. But we have this amazing lava cake, and so you don't have just vanilla ice cream. It's like, okay, Mr. Steve, I'll have the lava cake. And he's very smart, and he speaks grammatically. He'll correct your grammar while you're telling a story, and he'll say, "You should have said there, not his." It's like, oh, okay.
You ended in a preposition.
Or he'll pronunciate.
Enunciate.
enunciate. Jesus, Robert, you're just like your freaking dad. But like he'll like you say something like bottle or something, and he'll be like bottle. There's 2 T's and an L. Bottle. You should pronounce it correctly. Or raspberry, February. Like as you're talking, you're like, okay. So the point of the story was, so your dad. I'm trying to like. Iron Maiden? Like, I'm having a hard
Black
time.
Sabbath.
Black
He was an
Sabbath.
Iron Maiden fan.
Okay, like I'm having a hard time with the Black Sabbath because I dated a guy who was into Black Sabbath. Claude.
Yeah, Claude. He was a good guy. He was a teddy bear. I can't see Claude being into Black Sabbath and all the death metal stuff.
I dated him. It was
like this big cuddly teddy bear.
He was sweet, but every photo he loved Kiss and Black Sabbath.
Kiss is awesome.
And every photo he'd go because he had a long tongue, and I was like, stop it!
I wanted to be like Gene Simmons.
Stop it with the tongue. I'm trying to take a photo here.
So that's why you married me, because I could pose for a photo and not stick my tongue out. I just want you
to freaking smile. But anyway, so your dad, just hearing your story, like your dad liking rock music and your dad liking scary movies. It's so weird because your dad is like super, like
buttoned up. Yeah, very proper.
Very proper.
And then if you met his younger brother,
Michael, Cliff.
Night and day difference, man.
Cliff looks like he used to be in a hair band from the 80s. He wears these shorts that are like right up in like.
I mean, it's the 80s sweatshorts that you would imagine.
It's
like
but, if you go to the gym. Wait. How does he get the shorts? Let's explain. They're sweatpants that he cut because his thighs are so big from working out. They just can't fit. So he's got to take sweatpants and cut them and put them on. And then his hair. He can't get his hair wet. He owns a boat. He lives on a boat in Florida. But you get his hair wet, hell done broke loose. He's drinking his, this part's funny. He's drinking his Jack Daniels, but he's not drinking Jack Daniels. He buys the cheap whiskey and then literally pours it into a Jack Daniels bottle. So on the boat, he can have his Jack Daniels bottle, but in reality, it's like it's hilarious.
Evan Williams.
Yeah. Evan Williams. Sorry, your brother, your dad, and his uncle, like, woo!
Yeah, that's
they're hilarious. They were teenagers in the 80s, right? 20s. They were in their 20s in the 80s.
My dad was born in 57, so he was 20 in 77.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I can't believe you came from your, like, I don't know. Your uncle is kooky.
He is.
And then Gina, who married your uncle.
Perfect match. They are a perfect match.
She's hilarious.
Cliff and Gina, they're awesome.
Love them.
Yeah, if you met my parents, well, I mean, if you saw where I was in high school, you would understand that I was their child.
Okay, so let's just talk about you. You were salutatorian, your sister was salutatorian, and your brother was third. So you guys are nerdy. Yeah, the corrector. Robert, the corrector. Shinetsky. He is just like in, what's it called? In How I Met Your Mother. When I saw that episode where the glass shatters and they had to like see everything, I do eat loudly. So I feel like I was, what's her name? Lily?
Yeah.
Okay, but then the corrector, he was like, that's technically not a Kleenex, it's a facial tissue. Kleenex is a brand. I was like, oh my God, Robert does that to me. You're not asking for a Kleenex because we buy generic. You're asking for a facial tissue. Okay.
Yeah, so I was very, very straight-laced in high school.
You had a stick up your butt.
Most of my life, I was.
A stick up his butt.
I've kind of loosened up
He's
a little bit.
Up a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, then I come. Sorry. You should have seen it in high school because I've been the same way since I've been the same way my whole life. So I come over to your house and it's like super quiet at the dinner table, and I'm like, "Wah!"
Yeah, to say usually it was very. I mean, we would talk very. How was the day? What's going on?
Funny story. Now go the opposite. I bet y'all don't know it, but wait for it. Out of my family, I am the quiet one.
Which that's scary.
I am the quiet, boring one of my family. So just when Robert would come over, he'd have to take migraine medicine because he would get a headache.
Too excited
at my house
every time, like clockwork, when I would get there.
My mom, my dad, my sister, they're all louder and more entertaining than I am. I'm the quiet one. They're better storytellers than I am.
They're louder.
They're better and they curse a lot more. They're entertaining.
That doesn't make you more entertaining if you curse a lot.
I think they're better storytellers. Well, they interrupt me all the time to tell their stories, so I would say they're better storytellers.
Or rude. I mean, that's the other way. That's why I just don't talk when we go to your parents or the in-laws' houses. I just stay quiet and just kind of sit back and drink some bourbon.
So do I.
Or whiskey or whatever your dad's got, some B&B.
Yeah.
That's how we survived Christmas.
Yeah, I was drunk the whole time.
Genius Joy and some liquor.
Genius Joy plus liquor equal
Bliss.
you can handle my family.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What?
My family. I started thinking about him and I was like, ugh. Sorry.
I thought you were going to remark that we were hearing the neighbor's kid crying out in the backyard. I thought you were about to remark on that.
I'm not gonna disown them.
You're not going to remark on them. Shut that baby up.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
No, guys, if you have any other questions, or we're just going to keep rambling for a few more minutes, and then we're going to have to peace out and go get the halfling from daycare, at which point I'll start back to work or something.
Yeah. We got lots of good stuff going on, guys. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. So
this is really good.
Do you
alcohol.
perceive any benefit from greens powders? Do you think they could replace vegetables, or not really?
I think it makes you feel good to eat them. And I think it makes your alcohol taste good. So I'm in
It's almost
favor.
like a halo effect thing. Like you think you're doing healthy.
I'm all about the placebo. You know the people that like the crystals?
Yeah.
I say go for it. If your little pink crystal on your neck makes you feel good, you wear your pink crystal. Go for it.
Dead serious about that, Scott. She is.
I'm the quiet one of my family.
Yeah. The black sheep of the family, the quiet one, the
prude, the quiet one.
Yeah, somehow the
boring one.
Although you've got some really good
I have really good funny stories.
Let's
Which one? You really want to go there for this?
Do we want to?
How much time do we have?
We got time. Do you want to save it or do you want to do it?
No, let's do it. This is the hallmark story that I will tell other individuals because it's the best story I have in my belt. Although I do have a lot of stories in my arsenal.
Or should we save that one then?
No, because we should tell the working out story when you have the phone message I left you. So that's what's going to happen next time. The fitness story. But for this, it's a fitness story of sorts. It's my martial arts background. I don't have any. So for those few of you listening, get ready. This is my Sandy story. So we're in high school and we're at a Mexican restaurant, Casa Tequila. That's actually where we were. And we're sitting there eating and I have to go to the bathroom. And so I get up to go to the bathroom, but I'm fully aware that the bathroom is in the corner of the restaurant, around the corner and down the hall. And I'm a girl in high school and I saw clips of Copycat and like other scary movies like Scream. So I always assume there's a serial killer in the bathroom waiting to kill me because stupid Robert makes me watch all these crazy movies that make me scared. It's his fault. So I'm walking down the hallway and I'm like, okay, you know what? If I scream, no one will be able to hear me. So I'm on my own. So I'm walking down the hallway. It's creepy. I was like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Now, I'm not a good fighter. So I've always felt like the best defense I have against a serial killer is to like weird him, like, blah! And then they'll be like, this is just crazy. I ain't gonna fight her. So I open the door to the bathroom and there's 2 stall doors and it's quiet. And I'm thinking there's a serial killer in here waiting for me. Like, I don't know, like not really, but yes, I really thought, but not kind of. You know how like when you're scared, you go to the bathroom, you like open the curtain and you're like, nobody's in there. Are you checking in your bed? Are you checking your closet? Same thing. I was like, there's somebody in there. So I go to the first stall door and I'm like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scare the serial killer. I'm going to like go on the offensive. The hunter becomes hunted. And so I literally stand in front of the stall door, the first one. And I like, to be fair, this was after your karate class. So I was like in the zone.
So there's 10 of us there. It's me, my instructor, and
but they're nowhere near me.
No, we're all
I'm by myself. I'm all alone. So I was like, all right, I got this. And I just went, and I kick open the door. Nobody's in there. I was like, you know what? The serial killer thought I was going to go into the first one. That's why he's not in there. He's in the second one. He's being real quiet. He's waiting for me. And at this point, I had actually started to get scared. I was like, oh my God, what if there's a serial killer? I gotta, like I was literally, okay, all those stupid horror movies. I'm freaking out thinking there's like a Michael Myers or a guy in a Scream mask, like in the toilet stall. And so I'm standing in front of the second stall door and I'm breathing really heavily, like trying to gain my confidence, like, and when I get really, really scared, Robert can attest this, when we went rappelling, I scream. That's what I do. I gotta scream to get it out. And I just went, ah! And I kick open the door. There was like a 40-year-old woman. Sorry. there's like a 40-year-old woman. Can I act it up? Poor girl was standing with her pants down to her ankles. She's like butt naked right here. And she's like, and I hit her in the face with the door because she was standing like this. And she gets hit in the door, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she goes, you scared the crap out of me. I was like, I'm so sorry. And so I feel like the story should end there. If I was smart, I'd just like run away and go back. But y'all, I had to pee. I mean, I went to the bathroom for a reason. So when I hit her, and she's like, you scared the crap out of me. I was like, I'm so sorry. I just ran to the other stall. Like, ah! And I ran to the other stall. And I peed. Like, because I had to pee. I don't know what to say. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait. Like, I'm just going to wait until the door, like the big door opens and closes. And that means she left. So I do. Except when the door opens and closes, I don't realize what actually happened was someone came in and she came out, but she's just washing her hands, and that person just went and saw. So I think she's gone. So I open the door, and then, like there's a mirror right in the stall. And I open the stall door, and it's her with a red mark right here, like right where her forehead got smacked by my ninja kick. And she's washing her hands, and she can see me like through the mirror, and she's like, and I'm like, what do I do now? I have to wash my hands because I'm a clean person. So I'm like, just washing my hands next to her, like, and she's staring at me like, and I'm like, and when I come back to the table, I'm sweating. When I come back to the table, Robert don't know any of this happened. And I was like 16. I was like, Robert, I just kicked a woman in the head with her pants down. And he's eating his enchilada, whatever he was eating, I don't know. And he was like, what? I was like, I just kicked, never mind. And I didn't tell anyone this story for years. This happened like junior year of high school, and I didn't tell anyone until college. I was like, oh, one time. Now, if you imagine for a moment, though, if you're the woman in the bathroom, I need you to like, I probably created a fear of bathrooms for her because she's sitting there just peeing and she hears like a door, like breathing, like heavy breathing, and the door opens. She's like, what the? I'm sorry. And then I scream. She's like, what is going on? I gotta wipe my butt and get out of here. Like, so she's standing up, and that's when to be fair, if she was just sitting on the toilet, I wouldn't have hit her with the door. Like, that's on her. She should have been standing. And everyone's like, why didn't you just check why didn't you just look to see if they were feet? I'm like, because I really didn't think anybody was in there. It was really quiet. She was being suspiciously quiet when I walked in.
Well, if you remember in Scream 2, the killer's actually standing on top of the toilet.
That's what I'm saying. I saw Scream 2. God, Robert. That's what your stupid, scary movies does. It creates terror among all women in public bathrooms. So I'm like, dude, I'm waiting for that woman to tell the story to someone. Like one time. And I had braces. It's like I was this freckle-faced braces. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to imagine from her perspective what the hell she was thinking. Like, what is this crazy person trying to hit me in the bathroom? Oh, I'm so sorry, lady in the bathroom. I apologized right away. I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was pissed.
Rightfully so.
The question is, did she go back to the table and tell her table some crazy high school racist
that bitch just kicked me in the face.
Just kicked me in the face with pants down.
Man, so yeah, she's like old and gray now. She's probably near 60s or something. She was
End of story. I don't know, because she was in her 40s like 20 years ago. She's like 60 now. She's like, I'll never forget.
Girl.
That stupid girl. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's my Sandy story. That's one of the best.
Yeah. That is I think that's a really good spot to end this.
And on that note,
I don't think we could top that.
Time to head out.
Anything else?
Peace. Deuces. Go Tigers.
All right, guys. Thank you as always for chiming in and tuning in with us on these weekly Wednesday live chats with us. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we do this. And I think we're going to start doing this at 4 p.m. Central every Wednesday for the foreseeable future.
Sounds good.
Once school starts, we may have to adjust maybe by half an hour or so. We don't know. We'll see. We'll do a touch and go situation. Maybe
You could also do 15 minutes. Like, I don't mean to be weird, but couldn't you do 4:15?
We could. But the half an hour is much more.
I mean, whatever. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we will see you next time.